Welcome to Burley Summer 2024. The first event of the day was FMC. I ended up getting an astounding 35 moves. This was good enough to get second place in the competition. My next event of the day was blindfolded. I've wanted to get a successful blindfolded solve in competition for years now, and this was my very first chance. However, on my first solve, I mismemorized a couple pieces and ended up missing the solution by 2 edges. But on my second solve, this happened. On my third and final solve, I didn't have a lot of time, so I just tried to memorize as much as I could, but ended up failing miserably. That's okay though, I'm still super excited about my success. Next up was 3x3. I would normally be pretty confident when it came to this round, but unfortunately, because of an injury that had happened earlier in the week when I slipped my finger on a metal shard, I wasn't too hopeful for my results. And unfortunately, this would impact how I actually performed, when I only got a couple of good solves, but for the most part, pretty bad solves. Not to worry though, because next we have 2x2, my main and favorite event. I popped off in this round, getting a 3.09, 4.16, a new PR of 2.08, 3.72, and a final 2.97 to give me an average of 326, ranking me first in the first round. I now really wanted to win 2x2. During lunch, I went to the best restaurant, Costa Vida, and it's now a good time to tell you about Speedcube Shop. Speedcube Shop is your one-stop shop for anything cubing related. They have endless pages of puzzles and cubes and different toys and every accessory you could ever need. But if things are getting tight this holiday season and you need to save a little bit of extra cash, they have the best deals, and if you need a little extra more, you can use code CUBING4YOU at checkout for 5% off every single order every single day. Head over there using the link in the description and enjoy the rest of this video. After lunch, we had a couple of quick events with Pyraminx and Clock, neither of which I did particularly good in because of my finger. On Clock, I was literally using my middle finger instead of index finger, but despite those challenges, I still managed to pull off a couple of decent averages. After Clock, I had 3x3 round 2, where I really needed to do well if I was gonna have any chance at making it to finals. Unfortunately, not everything can go your way, and so I did even worse than the first round by a considerable margin. Yeah, that's a 14-second average right there, so for my French viewers, no très bien. Things began to get crazy as I was now in 2x2 round 2 with all the pressure on my shoulders. It didn't matter how I got there, I just needed to get to 2x2 finals to prove myself. I eventually got a 3.79 average, which was good enough for 6th place. And even though I was happy, that now meant I wasn't the favorite going into finals. But before 2x2 finals, I had one final event, that being 4x4, also known as, 2x2, 2 times 2 is 4, but 4x4 is 16, 2x2 is 4, 2x2 times 4, and boy did I do good. I started out strong with a 1 and 2 second solve, but then this happened. That's right, an overall PB, even including home solves, 49.88. My first sub 50 ever. Then I got a 1 and 4 second solve, a 58, and a 1 and 6 second solve, eventually leading to a 1 and 2 second average. It was now time for 2x2 finals, and boy was I nervous. I had never been in a position where I felt qualified to podium or even be in finals for that matter, Yet here I was. I started out with an unfilmed 2.87 second solve, which gave me a lot of confidence for the solves ahead. This was followed by a 3.11, followed by the best solve of the average with a 2.14 second solve. At this moment, my brain was racing. This is by far the best I've ever performed in 2x2 at a competition, and unfortunately I got a little too confident. My fourth solve was a 5.50. I was now in the most pressure-filled moment of my entire cubing career. The guy in first place at the current moment was Canyon Pettit with a 2.82 average, meaning that to beat him, I would need better than a 2.48 second solve. I wasn't very hopeful, but then this happened.
And in first place, only beating out third place by 0.09 seconds, with an average of 2.81 seconds, Joshua Benson Williams.
Barely beating him out in second place is Joshua Williams with a result of 35 moves.
In this moment, I was ecstatic. So ecstatic, in fact, that I accidentally forgot to record audio on this outro. And so I guess we're just gonna have to keep guessing what I'm saying. Probably something about being really happy that I got 2 podiums at this cubing competition, and I'd like to thank my mom, and I don't know what else. Oh, look, I'm showing you my posters, which are backwards in this frame. That's awkward. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I'm now showing you my finger, which was hurt, and I was able to overcome that injury. I guess that leaves us with one more thing to say. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.